Tonight, hot temps are here, and experts say both humans and pets need to take precautions to stay safe. Plus, air conditioning units are in hot demand across the region, and power companies are preparing for a surge. And later, expanding possibilities. That's the goal behind a new program in Superior.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Happy Friday. Right now we are taking a live look over Lake Superior on this beautiful sunny day where much of the region is experiencing some pretty hot temperatures. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. This weekend you may want to get your air conditioning units ready. Many towns across the North End will be seeing record-breaking hot temperatures. Our meteorologist Dave Anderson joins us now to tell us how long this early season heat will be sticking around. Dave.
Well, for a couple of days. Tomorrow may be even warmer than today. Then it starts to dial back a little bit by Sunday, but that means instead of low 90s, upper 80s, which is still pretty toasty by Northland standards. And you talked about records. Well, we did break the one in Duluth today. High temp, 93 degrees, shattered the old record of 90. That was from back in 1968. Wow. We're going to take a look at those temperatures here, hopefully, unless the equipment is broken or something like that, which happens around here once in a while. Well, the map, eventually we'll get a chance to show it. Yes, there it goes. It says 98 International Falls. There's that 93 at the airport in Duluth, 95 Moose Lake, and Superior, 93 from Ashland to Hayward, and upper 80s for the Upper Peninsula, Silver Bay, upper 80s as well. Only 56 around Grand Marais. Nice to be there if you don't like the heat, and that may be the place to be by the lake as we go here through the weekend. Now, the heat of the day is helping drive a line of showers and storms along the Canadian border. Otherwise, higher pressure is trying to take over to keep us dry, and so by splitting the low pressure versus high pressure difference, we get a 30% chance for that precip around the region here tonight. And the short-term forecast shows, again, sunny and hot tomorrow. But come Sunday, there's another chance of rain coming in. Will it be enough to take down the temps? I'll let you know with the 7-day forecast coming up then.
All right, thanks, Dave. With this summer heat, first responders say it's important to keep yourself protected from the sun, but you also need to keep an eye on your furry friends. CBS3's Emma Quinn joins us live from the Jean Duluth Dog Park. Emma, what advice did first responders give pet owners?
Yeah, so Kristen, I'm here with my new friend Georgie, and we're here at the Jean Duluth Dog Park. And first responders say that whether you're hanging out here at the dog park, walking around town, or even staying cool at home, there's a few important things you need to keep an eye on.
Oh, beating the heat will take a little more than some treats for our four-legged friends.
It's going to be really hot this weekend, so don't overdo as far as exercise goes.
Local veterinarians say to prevent your pet from getting heat exhaustion, make sure they have plenty of shade and cool water.
Lots of dogs won't drink water if it's warm, so a trick to do is maybe to freeze big blocks of ice to put in your dog's water dish. Make sure the water dish in the house is not in direct sunlight.
Duluth Fire Department officials say even if the windows are down and the AC is on, dogs should never be left in the car.
Especially in the cars, it doesn't take much more than a couple minutes for your car to heat up well over 100 and some degrees. And pets in general, they just can't handle the heat.
When you and your furry Fido head out for a walk this summer, test out the pavement with your bare hand or foot. If it's too hot for you, it's too hot for them.
And every year I feel like we see blistered pads from walking on pavement that's too hot. And sand sometimes can get really hot too.
Lastly, dogs, unlike humans, don't sweat, so noticing heat exhaustion will look different.
It will pant excessively. It will sometimes drool. They can get weak to the point of collapse, which means that they're hypothermic or that their body temperature is too high.
Now, Kristen, veterinarians say dogs with a flat face, like a bulldog or a pug or even a Persian cat, they naturally have a harder time breathing, so you want to make sure you're keeping an extra eye on those kind of dogs and cats because they do get overheated quicker. And, Kristen, if only you could see what I'm seeing is there's plenty of dogs surrounding our photographer, Alex, so...
Well, Emma,
we are having quite a ball out here.
It looks like a lot of fun. Now, if someone sees a pet in danger in a hot car, are there rules that we need to abide by, or what can we do?
So, Kristen, in Minnesota, you can face a petty misdemeanor. In Wisconsin, there are no fines, but there are guidelines as far as who can and cannot engage and break into a car to save an animal if they're in distress. But first responders say the best piece of advice is to just call 911 as soon as you can.
Yeah, Emma, your new friends are pretty darn cute, and it's definitely important to know that information so we can keep them safe in this heat. Emma Quinn for us tonight. Thanks, Emma. Local doctors have some tips for staying healthy in the heat for humans as well. Dr. Tony Hamilton with Essentia Health is reminding people to look out for themselves and others who are outside on these long, hot days. He says to look for people who seem out of it or suddenly confused. He added, you should take a break in the shade when you can, eat lighter and vitamin-rich foods, and of course, drink lots and lots of water.
For every glass of sports drink, you need a glass of water or 2 glasses of water.
Hamilton also stressed that if you're feeling sick, you should see a doctor. Now, doctors expect spikes in patient visits during the first heat wave of the season, and they say they will be ready to help those facing heat-related illnesses. And with temperatures soaring to near record levels, air conditioners have become a bit of a hot commodity here in the Northland. Scott Bodingheimer, the co-owner of Doherty Appliances in Duluth, says that's true at his store. While he didn't have exact numbers, lately he says AC units have been flying off the shelves much faster than usual as people look to beat the heat.
Normally, air conditioners in our market aren't a big push until you get 90-degree weather. When you start seeing 3 and 4 people a day, yeah, then you can see there's something happening.
He says he still has some units in stock, but expects more to arrive next week. Before going out to buy an AC unit, be sure to measure the room you want to cool so you know exactly what you need. The Northland's beaches are expected to be packed this weekend. That includes Park Point. The Army Corps says swimming in Lake Superior comes with extra risks. So they advise checking for red flag warnings and beach hazard statements. You should also know your swimming abilities and not venture too far off the shore. They also say alcohol and water are a deadly combination. Police searched the apartment of a man accused of killing his ex-girlfriend just hours before they say the murder happened. Authorities detained Derek Malovich in downtown Virginia around 4 p.m. on May 11th. Police say the 40-year-old told them he was not armed, but they found a gun in his waistband. Authorities also had a search warrant for Malovich's apartment. They found a rifle and more than 118 grams of meth. Court documents show Malovich admitted he was going to sell those drugs. We don't know why, but despite what they found, police released Malovich after searching his apartment. He's now facing 3 felonies related to that search. About 10 hours after the search, police say Malovich murdered his ex-girlfriend at his apartment. The murder happened around 2:20 the morning of May 12th. 32-year-old Kristen Bicking's body was found with multiple stab wounds. Malovich is also charged with her death. A Minnesota man has been sentenced to 5.5 years in prison for a drunk driving crash that killed a Moose Lake man. In March, Sam Moreno pleaded guilty to criminal vehicular homicide, driving while intoxicated, and driving after his license was revoked. The November 2019 crash near the Twin Cities killed 63-year-old Joffrey Koloski. Moreno rear-ended him on I-35, and Koloski's car rolled. Several businesses were vandalized and looted in Minneapolis overnight after a fatal deputy-involved shooting. Protests took place after U.S. Marshals shot and killed a man they were trying to take into custody on a parking ramp on Thursday. Shortly after, authorities concluded their investigation and opened the area. Protesters then began gathering. Police cleared most of them out after dark, but some remained. They also pulled trash cans and dumpsters into the street and set them on fire, which forced officers to shut the street down again. Today, family members of the man who was shot and killed held a rally at the site of the incident. Family member Waylon Hughes spoke to reporters and said he wanted to clear up some rumors about Winston Smith.
That's not true at all. He's not a murderer, not a murder suspect at all. They had no reason gunning him down the way they did. I don't know why they tried to paint it out like he was a bad guy. He had a warrant out for his arrest. It was simply that.
Despite what police have reported, Hughes insisted he knows that Smith did not shoot from inside the vehicle because he doesn't carry a gun. Minnesotans are encouraged to wear orange today for National Gun Violence Awareness Day. In 2020, the number of people killed by gun violence exceeded 40,000. That's the highest rate of gun deaths in 2 decades. But as gun violence has grown, so too has the movement to stop it. Today's Day of Action honors the lives of those affected by gun violence and elevates the voices who are demanding an end to this crisis. One of International Fall's only news sources will stop publishing later this month. International Fall's journal leaders made the announcement on their website today. They said their last newspaper will go out June 24th. Journal leaders blame the pandemic and other economic trends. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, during the pandemic, graduation ceremonies have been starkly different. How Superior celebrated its seniors next.
Today's Duluth Almanac for the airport says the record is new. 93 degrees this afternoon. The old one is 90 from 1968. So the warm spell is here, and it will continue to spell higher temperatures for us through the weekend. We'll talk about humidity levels and rain chances coming up after our break.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
It's the final days of Home's Memorial Day sale. Get up to 30% off store-wide. This sofa is just $799, plus 0% interest financing until 2024 and free shipping. The Memorial Day sale at Home Furniture ends Sunday.
Excitement is building for something big. The Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard exclusively at DQ. It's an iconic combo. Pieces of Thin Mints cookies mixed with refreshing cool mint and world-famous DQ vanilla soft serve, making a treat so innovative that every bite is a sweet feat of ingenuity. In the Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard at DQ. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-945-8449 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
We can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
In public safety, we see things that sometimes you can't unsee. After these infusions, everything just kind of turned around and I was able to start enjoying things again.
To learn more, give us a call or visit us online.
During the Memorial Day sale at Home Sleep Express, save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets with free delivery, setup, and a 120-day comfort guarantee. Tempur-Pedic Memorial Day savings at Home Sleep Express.
Sunday, it's a star-studded celebration at the Kennedy Center.
Gloria Estefan hosts tributes to Garth Brooks, Joan Baez, Midori, Dick Van Dyke, and Debbie Allen.
My heart is so filled.
With Lin-Manuel Miranda, Kelly Clarkson, Vanessa Hudgens, Paula Abdul, Jimmy Allen, Julie Andrews, Derek Huff, John Travolta, Gladys Knight, Bradley Cooper, James Taylor, Bryan Cranston, Sturgill Simpson, and many more.
This is out of sight.
The Kennedy Center Honors, this Sunday on CBS.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Boy, someone turned the heat up all right. All the dads around the region are wondering who that was. Turn that thermostat back down. Well, maybe next week we will, back into the 70s. But for now, until then, We're going into the 90s right now and through tomorrow, and then slowly stepping back into the 80s by Sunday. Again, it's going to be a slow process till we get back to the 70s, but it will happen. So these warm, dry conditions won't be with us forever. But on the dry side, indeed, today, red flag warning for northern and western Minnesota for the fire danger. Be careful out there. And there's a fire weather watch for the Upper Peninsula. For the North Shore, east central Minnesota, head of the lakes, northwestern Wisconsin, the fire danger is simply high. So you have to be careful every place. Relative humidity numbers, tolerable today, so this heat wave hasn't felt so bad, but dew points and hence the relative humidity could go up a little bit tomorrow, making it a little more uncomfortable. So we'll have to play this by ear and be ready to, of course, follow all those rules for staying safe in hot weather like we've seen here in our newscast in the past couple of minutes. Right now, current conditions at the airport, it's still 93. Relative humidity, though, still low at 30%. Westerly, southwesterly wind is gusty at 18 miles per hour, and our air pressure is slowly trying to creep up from 29.61. Still a bit on the low side in the wake of the low pressure system yesterday that tried to bring a little bit of rain. And there is a chance for a little more rain here tonight, primarily driven by the heat of the day, which includes high temps or current temps of 89 from Watersmeet to Ironwood. And we have low 90s in northern Wisconsin, 92 Ashland, for example, and Hayward too, and 94 in Superior, 91 to 93 from Cloquet to Moose Lake, 88 Silver Bay, but 93 Two Harbors. Nice and cool in Grand Marais by the lake. North Shore, South Shore may be the place to be this weekend. Iron Range numbers are in the 90s, and International Falls is now cooled to 95, but could go back towards that again tomorrow after a brief respite from the heat when it gets dark tonight. Doppler map shows higher pressure trying to take over the area, clearing up the sky, and of course also allowing it to get a bit warm. But the heat of the day, as I mentioned, near the Canadian border is helping to drive a line of showers and thunderstorms that could rumble across our region as the night goes on. 30% chance it'll affect your town overnight. And then tomorrow, high pressure makes it hot and probably dry once again. Temperatures into the 90s again for Saturday. Come Sunday, we'll dial back into the 80s as clouds go up a little bit from this approaching low pressure system. That brings us another 30% chance for showers and storms that may start Sunday and last for much of the week ahead. Tonight in Minnesota, low temps will be in the mid-60s with that isolated thunder chance. And for Wisconsin, Michigan, low temps mid-60s there as well with a lesser chance for thunderstorms. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and near 90 for Wisconsin and Michigan, and near 90 as well for Minnesotans, although a little bit cooler by the lake. Here now is that all-important extended forecast, which shows a descent in temperatures beginning on Sunday. And by Wednesday, we get back into the 70s. That rain chance that starts as a 30% shot on Sunday falls to only a 20% deal on Monday, but then picks up towards 60% Tuesday and Wednesday. And if we're going to get any good accumulations to knock down the fire danger, those will be the 2 days when it could pay off.
Thanks, Dave. As schools across the Northland celebrate graduation, there is a special one that was held in Superior today. CBS3's Abigail Smith explored what made this gathering so unique to the community.
A group of 4 students graduated from a new career-finding program called Project Search. The program helps connect adults with disabilities to job opportunities. This is the first group of student interns in the Superior program who completed 3 internships alongside class time, even in a pandemic world. The program has partnered with 10 different Superior businesses, and 2 already have direct connections with interested employers. Project Search is a national program, but it's new to the Superior area. Shauna Anderson, coordinator of Project Search, says the program has turned out better than anyone expected, and she's incredibly proud of these 4 students for all of their hard work.
It has surpassed my expectations beyond my wildest dreams. The interns are amazing. They have grown, blossomed, thrived. They have set the bar high for the next round of interns.
Anderson says the program is growing, and next year there will be a higher enrollment. So far, 1 student was hired by Robin Crossbow, and another has an interview with Quick Trip on Tuesday. Governor Evers joined virtually to congratulate the students, and friends and family celebrated after with a nice picnic by the lake.
All right, sounds like a great event. Thanks, Abigail. Coming up in sports, a big name in the Northland hockey scene resigned earlier this week. Samantha Bassarico has the details next in sports.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum is for everyone. Visit the Great Wall of Inductees, shoot some pucks, and hit the gift shop. Celebrating the history of American hockey through exhibits and memorabilia. The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum, a must-stop for hockey fans everywhere.
Northwest Outlet is open. See the largest selection of Carhartt in the area. Work clothing for men and women, sizes small to 5X. Jackets, coveralls, shirts, tees, bibs, jeans, and high-vis clothing to keep you safe and comfortable. Northwest Outlet's footwear department sells only the best boots. Names like Irish Setter, Georgia, Danner, Columbia, the North Face, Rocky, and more. Get outdoors again. Northwest Outlet's got your gear. In stock now at Northwest Outlet Superior.
Veterans and their families make special sacrifices to preserve our freedom, including time away from loved ones. They face unique challenges reintegrating into civilian society and often sustain trauma from time in the service. If you are a veteran, you and your family can receive customized support through the CORE program at Lutheran Social Service of Minnesota. Services can strengthen your personal finances and mental health, create housing stability, and support caregivers. To learn more, call us or visit us online. Thank you for your service.
If it's important to our nation,
the country is facing yet another unprecedented crisis.
it's on Face the Nation, making politics make sense. The why behind the biggest stories. Face the Nation on CBS.
If you're unsure about receiving a COVID-19 vaccine,
we're here to reassure you that the vaccines are safe and effective.
They've been approved for emergency use by the FDA through a rigorous testing process.
And they've all been found to be nearly 100% effective at preventing hospitalization and death.
Because of this data, you can be confident that receiving your COVID-19 vaccine protects you and your loved ones.
Supplies are limited, so as soon as you have an opportunity to be vaccinated, please do so.
Thank you for doing your part to end this pandemic.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear. Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Duluth East longtime boys hockey head coach is shedding light on his abrupt resignation. Mike Randolph made that announcement earlier this week. CBS3 sports director Killian Seth was there today as he explained that surprise decision.
It was certainly not the way that head coach Mike Randolph envisioned himself ending his 36-year high school coaching career earlier today. He spoke publicly for the first time since announcing his resignation earlier this week.
We all know what's going on here. Coaches across the state are being run out by parental pressure. The most recent is Lakeville South and Brainerd. And now, me.
Randolph cited parental pressure and lack of administrative support as the reasoning for his resignation. We asked the school district to respond to Randolph's claim. District Superintendent John Magas did not directly respond to that part of our question. Instead, he thanked Randolph for his years of service to the Duluth East high school hockey community. Meanwhile, Sean Bedard Parker is a director in UMD's education department.
And if a parent believes their child is the one and the coach doesn't have them in first line, you go after the coach.
As part of his PhD work, he is studying the parental pressure on officials and coaches in sports, hoping to answer the question of why people who love the game leave the game.
It's more the question of the loss of the institutional knowledge, that professional knowledge of someone who's been around the game for years and years and years, almost 50 years of his life. And we've just lost that.
And it's no secret if you followed East hockey, Randolph shows no mercy. Just ask Shea Donovan, who now plays for the University of Wisconsin.
Coming up, youth system, whatever, we were fortunate enough to have groups of guys, either weeded guys out that couldn't handle it and couldn't go that route.
But Shea credits Randolph to the success he's seen today.
These kids thought it was hard in high school. Go play juniors and go play college, and then tell me you regret going against Rand.
And the program resume speaks for itself. 18 state tournament appearances, 2 state championships, and 658 wins.
Up until recently, it's been rewarding and fun. But when negatives start to outweigh the positives, it gets to be exhausting.
Randolph did not answer any questions following the reading of his statement. In West Duluth, Kelly Hinseth for CBS 3.
According to previous Star Tribune reports, an outside firm was investigating Randolph and the Duluth East hockey program. We don't know when that investigation apparently started or if it is still going on. We also don't know what exactly they were investigating. CBS 3 reached out to the firm leading the investigation. They said they've concluded their work on the matter and did not offer any details. The Duluth Huskies start a new series against St. Cloud tonight, as this is their 5th consecutive game. The Huskies just finished a 2-game series in Bismarck, where they lost the first game on Wednesday 2-3 and yesterday's 4-7. The Huskies look to add a tally to the win column tonight before they return home to play St. Cloud again tomorrow. We will have an updated score tonight at 10. Now to the MLB, the Twins play game 2 out of 4 in their series against the Kansas City Royals. The Twins lost a close one last night, 5-6. Tonight's game starts at 7:10, and the Brewers host the Diamondbacks for their second game in that series. The Brewers got the win last night, 7-4. That's going to do it for sports. We will have much more from these 2 games later on tonight at 10. Kristen, back to you.
All right, thanks, Samantha. Well, Dave is here for a final check of the weather. Woo, we're heading into a hot one.
Yeah, hot and dry today, so I found it tolerable.
Yeah.
Other folks may scoff and say, that's great. Others will say, what are you talking about? It's terrible. Everybody has their own opinion. Well, tomorrow it's going to be warm again and maybe a little bit more humid than today. And that could start to cross the threshold into uncomfortableness for a lot of people around our area. So into the 90s again on Saturday. Slight cool down on Sunday, back into the 80s. And with a thunderstorm chance coming around. In fact, there are thunderstorms possible tonight from the heat of the day, providing some extra lift. Well, the storm chance, when it comes back again on Sunday, could last through next Thursday. And hopefully by midweek, we get a chance for a good soaking rain, because we need it. Fire danger is high right now. Please be careful out in the woods this weekend.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.